Welcome to Finance IQ 101. Today we'll talk about something we all desire: 5 untold facts about money. It seems like a lot of people really want to be rich and have the freedom that comes with it. But sometimes they feel stuck in their current financial situation. It sounds like you really want a life where you don't have to worry about money all the time. You just want to be free from the stress of bills and expenses, right? But for a lot of people, it feels like this dream is far away. Yeah, it's possible that they might come across some challenges like not having many opportunities, dealing with a lot of debt, not seeing any growth in their income, or not having enough knowledge about managing their finances. The desire to be wealthy and financially free is a strong motivator for many people. It represents the longing for the freedom to make choices based on passion rather than necessity. It really gets us thinking about money and how we can challenge the usual beliefs surrounding it. It's all about problem solving, entrepreneurship, and finding ways to achieve true financial freedom. Let's dive into this discussion. Here are 5 untold secret facts about money that we need to know. Fact number 1. We need to rethink what we know to be true about money. In this section, we'll be talking about how our upbringing in society and our families can shape the way we see and think about money and wealth. It really makes you question those deeply ingrained beliefs we have, especially the ones that keep spreading misconceptions about wealth. Our views on money are heavily influenced by the society we live in and the way we were raised by our families. It's pretty common for people who grew up in families with limited money to believe that being financially successful is really hard and only for rich people. On the other hand, people who come from wealthy families might unintentionally believe that having money means being happy, which can make them focus too much on material possessions. Here, we're challenging the notion that being wealthy is automatically a bad thing. You know, it's interesting how the media and literature often paint wealthy people as greedy or morally corrupt. It's like they're trying to create this negative image of affluence. This part here is all about challenging that stereotype. It's saying that being rich doesn't automatically mean you're good or bad. It's just a tool that can be used in different ways. Yeah, it's important to remember that it's not wealth itself that should be criticized, but rather how people obtain and use it. We should definitely be examining the ethical aspects of wealth acquisition and utilization. Also, this section goes against the idea that wealth can only be acquired through inheritance. Yeah, it's true that inheriting money can give you a good start, but it's important to remember that a lot of millionaires and billionaires actually made their own fortunes through their own hard work, creativity, and business ventures. This way of thinking helps people understand that they can actively pursue wealth no matter where they're starting from. Basically, this is like a wake-up call that makes people really think about their ideas on money and how their upbringing affects them. It's really cool how it encourages us to see the connection between money and morality in a more balanced and nuanced way. It also challenges the idea that only people with inherited wealth can achieve financial success. This really sets the stage for a big change in how we make financial decisions. We'll be more proactive and informed from now on. Fact number 2, how to become rich by finding creative solutions to difficult challenges. So here's the thing. In this section, the story suddenly takes a really interesting twist. It's all about this amazing realization that creating wealth is actually all about solving problems. Pretty mind-blowing, right? It's important to understand that real wealth doesn't just come from working long hours at a regular job. It actually comes from solving important problems that people care about in the market. So basically, what this section is saying is that when it comes to income from a job, there's a limit because it's tied to the amount of time you can work. If you work more hours, you'll earn more money as long as your hourly wage or salary stays the same. But you know, the thing is, this whole idea of a linear relationship between time and income, it kind of puts a limit on how much money you can actually make in the end, yeah. It's pretty tough to accumulate a lot of wealth just by working hard and staying committed to your job. It usually takes a really long time, and sometimes it feels like it's almost impossible to achieve. The story is telling us that we need to change how we see things. It's all about focusing on finding solutions to our problems, because that's what will truly make us wealthy. Well, you see, wealth is all about grasping what people want in the market and coming up with creative solutions to meet those needs. If entrepreneurs find big problems and come up with great solutions, the market will reward them accordingly. Their income isn't determined by how many hours they work, but by how valuable their solutions are to others. For example, we often hear about successful businesses like Amazon and their founder Jeff Bezos being cited as examples. Oh, Amazon is great for solving all sorts of market problems. They make online shopping super convenient with fast deliveries and competitive prices. Jeff Bezos is such an inspiring example of how someone can become a billionaire by coming up with solutions to really big problems and providing value to lots of people. This section is like a wake-up call, you know? It challenges the idea that the only way to get rich is by working a regular job. It's all about encouraging a mindset that's entrepreneurial, you know? Like being able to spot important problems in the market and coming up with creative solutions for them. So the idea here is that when it comes to building wealth, problem solving is really important. It's like the foundation for all the other stuff we're going to talk about when it comes to achieving financial freedom. Fact number 3, the importance of scalable solutions to a worthwhile problem. In this section, we'll explore the process of wealth creation in more detail and highlight the important role that scalable solutions play. It's all about businesses that have scalable solutions. They're the ones that can make a ton of money. The main idea is that not all solutions to problems are the same, you know? Yes, solving a problem is definitely important, but what really makes a difference in terms of financial success is the impact it has. Scalable solutions are often seen as the main thing that sets them apart. Scalability in business means being able to grow and expand without having to spend a ton more money or resources. Basically, it's about using a solution that can cater to a growing market without needing to put in more effort or spend more money. Let's take a look at how this concept plays out when we compare a regular brick-and-mortar restaurant to a franchise model that can grow and expand. The first option has some limitations because it depends on geography and requires a lot of resources for each new location. This makes it less scalable. On the other hand, a franchise model is pretty cool because it lets you expand super fast without needing to put in a ton of extra work or resources for each new place. It really shows how scalable things can be. So basically, what this section is saying is that the scalability of a solution depends on its format. For example, imagine a software that, once it's created, can be shared with millions of users without having to physically make and distribute copies. You know, one of the great things about online platforms, digital services, and tech-based solutions is that they can easily scale up to meet demand. It's a really desirable trait to have. The story shows us that businesses with scalable solutions not only have a better chance of making a lot of money, but they can also do it in a more efficient way. Oh, they can totally cater to larger markets, you know. And when they do that, they can take advantage of economies of scale and make even bigger returns on their investment. It's pretty cool, right? So basically, this section is all about how important scalability is when it comes to building wealth. It's all about encouraging aspiring entrepreneurs to really focus on solutions that have the potential to grow like crazy. This way, they can reach more people and make the most of their awesome business ideas. So basically, when you understand this concept, it sets you up to go after financial freedom. And the cool thing is, you focus on finding solutions that can grow and expand. Fact number 4, the rewards and choices you have once you've established a problem-solving business. So in this section, we'll talk about what happens once your problem-solving business is up and running. We'll explore the different possibilities and outcomes that you might encounter along the way. So basically, once entrepreneurs have created and run a successful venture, they have 2 main options. They can either keep running it or sell it. And let me tell you, both choices can be really rewarding. This section gives some real-life examples of notable acquisitions to help illustrate these choices. It's interesting to see that some entrepreneurs choose to keep their businesses instead of selling them. There are various reasons behind this decision. Well, you know, sometimes people just have this emotional connection to the company they've built. It's like they've fallen in love with the industry, or they truly believe they can keep adding value and make the business even better. This option gives them a chance to take care of and grow their creation, which could lead to more money and personal satisfaction. On the flip side, the story also highlights how tempting it can be to sell a business that's doing well. Did you know that Instagram was bought by Facebook for a whopping $1 billion, and PayPal was sold to eBay for a staggering $1.5 billion? These examples show how these acquisitions can bring in a lot of money, sometimes making entrepreneurs multimillionaires or even billionaires. Selling a business can be a smart move, especially if entrepreneurs feel like they've done all they can, and if the offer is really tempting. This is basically showing us that when it comes to a problem-solving business, the wealth you accumulate can show up in various ways. As an entrepreneur, you have the freedom to decide how involved you want to be in your ventures. You can choose to stay deeply involved or take advantage of your hard work by selling to larger companies. It's all up to you. In the end, this section is all about helping people understand that being an entrepreneur is about more than just making money. It means having the freedom to make choices about what happens next for the business, like whether to focus on growing it or taking advantage of a big financial opportunity. We get to see how entrepreneurship and achieving wealth can take many different forms. It shows us that there are various ways to find success. Fact number 5, your money or your life. Evaluating the worth of time and traditional employment. The value of time and traditional jobs. It's a truth that often we have to make a choice between our money and our life. So how do we evaluate the worth of our time and the benefits of traditional employment? So in this final section, we really dig deep into the importance of time and question the traditional idea of working until retirement. It's a thought-provoking exploration that really makes you reflect. It makes you think, is it really worth it to spend your best years working hard just to retire later on? So, the section really emphasizes how valuable and irreplaceable time is. It's saying that time is the most valuable thing we have, something we can't get back once it's gone. So here's the thing. Is it really worth spending a big chunk of your life working a regular job, considering how little time we actually have in this world? The story questions the idea that sticking to the usual job cycle is the only way to ensure financial stability. It makes you think, is it really worth spending so much time working for a paycheck, hoping that someday in the distant future you'll finally get to retire? Does that really match up with what you truly want and dream of? It makes you think about whether this way of living really makes you happy, and if the things you give up for money are worth it in terms of time, personal development, and life adventures. This doesn't give a definite answer that applies to everyone, but instead aims to make you think and reflect on things. Yeah, I get that some people really enjoy having a regular job and feel fulfilled by their work, but it also suggests that we should consider other ways to achieve financial freedom, like starting our own businesses and finding solutions to problems. These options can give us a quicker and more fulfilling way to connect our time and financial well-being. Basically, truth is like a powerful wake-up call, urging people to think about the real value of their time and the old-fashioned way of working. It's important for them to think about whether they're heading in the right direction and if there are other ways to achieve financial freedom that could make their life more satisfying and well-rounded. In the end, this last part is all about encouraging people to make choices that truly reflect their values and dreams. It's important to remember that chasing after money shouldn't mean sacrificing a fulfilling and meaningful life. In conclusion, it's better to focus on problem solving rather than constantly chasing after money. This really drives home the main point that has been emphasized throughout this discussion. It's more important to focus on finding solutions to problems rather than constantly chasing after money. It's all about this journey towards financial freedom, It really shows how adopting a problem-solving mindset can totally change your life. The main point here is that it's more important to focus on providing valuable solutions to society's problems rather than just chasing after wealth. It's interesting how the traditional idea of trading time for money can be quite limiting. On the other hand, when you focus on solving problems for the market, the potential for financial success becomes boundless. It encourages you to switch up your mindset a bit. Instead of solely chasing after wealth, it's worth considering the pursuit of meaningful struggles. It can bring a lot more fulfillment to your life. It's a reminder that when you face challenges and put effort into finding solutions, that's when you truly achieve financial freedom. Yeah, it recognizes that failure is just a natural part of the process, but it encourages you to fail quickly and keep pushing forward to the next challenge. It's all about seeing each setback as a stepping stone on your path to success. In essence, this message is telling people to take action and join a journey where money is a result of their contributions to society, rather than just focusing on making money for its own sake. It's all about encouraging viewers to embrace the journey of finding solutions, facing meaningful challenges, and growing personally. This is what sets the foundation for achieving financial freedom and a life filled with purpose and fulfillment. So what is the very first thing you'll do? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video if you found it helpful, and share it to your friends. Keep coming back for more insightful content as we go further on the road to financial literacy and independence. We appreciate you joining us on this exciting new adventure.